Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. There is not too much to add to my previous video. We continue to be in this possible breakout scenario. I'm not talking about back in a bull run. It's way too early to talk about that. But we are certainly in a scenario where short-term upside is possible. We are pushing currently against this ceiling here, against this resistance. You can see the yellow descending trend line. It is quite an obvious resistance. We're pushing against this at the moment in what you could describe an inverse head and shoulders. After this one did not really come into fruition here, we have another one here, a possible left shoulder, head, right shoulder, which might, with a neckline here, the descending trend line could be regarded as the neckline and the breakout from here, just by looking purely at these sort of targets for inverse head and shoulders. Target might take us to around 17k just based on this one pattern, but these are not too reliable, these targets. What I'm rather like to use is Fibonacci extensions, and you can see that we are still generally based from looking at the Elliott Wave method. We are still in this, as I said, breakout scenario where we could get some short-term upside. So we've got from this low of the 21st of November, we came up in a wave 1, so that was a 5-wave move. We then followed the path yesterday here into the support area. This was a long trade area where we're now comfortably above, but we are not that, let's say we haven't moved enough yet to really confirm that this entire scenario is going to work out. Yeah, I mean, we've got a possible 1-2 setup, in which we could theoretically still be in the wave 2. I don't think we are still. I think we're already in the third wave, but we haven't got the final, let's say, confirmation or indication that we are. Ideally, we are now moving up in a third wave here, getting into the region around 18k, maybe 19k. We can measure that sort of in terms of targets here for that third wave. Take a length of the wave 1, go down to the wave 2 low, and then the target would be 18.1k. That is the 1.618 Fibonacci extension. That's an ideal target for the wave 3. Then we would come down in a wave 4, and we would move up in a fifth wave. And there we talk about 19.5k. But for that to work out, we first need to break above this very, very nicely defined descending trend line. You can clearly see that here, this yellow line, as it's coming down. That is the key resistance. And you can see that in this sort of possible yellow, where are we? Delete it now. In this possible yellow wave 3, there it is, we are now in this sort of blue wave count. Yeah, so the yellow wave 3 consists of the blue wave count, because a wave 3 has 5 waves. Okay, so this is sort of how it would add up. We haven't seen here a wave 3 and a wave 4. That would be unlikely because we've retraced too much and the possible or the move up here was not strong enough. So ideally I'm looking here at continuation to the upside to finish off the wave 3 higher. Let's say the most straightforward target for that third wave would be the 1.618 extension target, 16,700. We haven't reached that yet. That would be my first target, 16,700, if we break above this descending trend line. Okay, but ideally it pushes a bit higher. Generally the breakout point here for Bitcoin is the 16.8k level. And in the very short term here, if you look just at this price structure, what you can see, you can add actually, let me see, you can add a very nice sort of trend line here. Yeah, and you get into this apex of a triangle. So possible trend, well, whatever, I don't know if it's trend continuation, but you are pushing into an apex here. So be ready now that we see some decreased volatility as we're getting into the apex, decrease in volume. You see that's typical for a triangle. When you get into the apex, we should get a really impulsive move. I don't know if it's going up or down. You never know. Obviously my primary expectation is up. Yeah, but I also have to tell you, we haven't moved up enough yet to confirm that we already are in this third wave, because we haven't really broken above any of these previous highs. That's what we need to do. Until then, we could theoretically still be in this wave 2. not in the wave 3 yet. So we need to be ready for both at the moment. Very important for anybody who's in the Bitcoin space at the moment. You need to understand that as long as we are above 15.7k, upside is likely. This is sort of where the chart splits between daily chart trend down and up, or short-term uptrend versus short-term downtrend context on the chart. But yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.